By the end of this video, you'll be able to take any log footage from any camera and convert it to cinematic, airy-like colors. And we're gonna do this using this awesome tool in Davinci Resolve. So let me show you how. Okay, so here I am in Davinci Resolve. I've got my shot set up here. I shot this in C-Log, so it's very flat as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is convert it to Rec 709. I'm gonna turn down the saturation and I'm gonna use the curves to add some contrast into the shot. I'm also paying attention to the scopes here just to make sure that I don't add too much contrast. Okay, now I'm gonna bring the saturation back. I'm gonna go to the RGB mixer and put the red, green, and blue output all the way up. Boom, we have converted our shot into Rec 709. Now I'm gonna press Alt-S to add another node. Is this working? I remember it like it was yesterday, the summer of 2018. I downloaded Premiere Pro for the first time. If you had told me back then that I would ever switch to Davinci Resolve, I wouldn't have believed you. I didn't even know what Davinci Resolve was back then. But I don't know, Premiere Pro was just, after a while, it just kept crashing and I kept on wasting time and just losing projects. But then I tried Davinci Resolve and you know, it almost never crashes and it's super fast, and boy, don't even get me started on the color grading tools that Davinci Resolve offers. Now I'm gonna press Alt-S to add another node and I'm gonna go to Open Effects here and I'm gonna use this effect here that's called Color Space Transform. And this is why Davinci is better than Premiere. Watch this. In the input gamma right here, I'm gonna select Rec 709. And in the output gamma, I have all these different camera profiles here. I have Canon log, DJI, D-Log, Fujifilm, F-Log. If you're saying shooting on Panasonic, there's V-Log. So technically, I could take this shot that I shot in C-Log and convert it to V-Log, or convert it to Sony S-Log. I didn't shoot it on a Sony camera, but you know, it makes it look like it was shot on a Sony camera. But what I'm gonna do is select Airy Log right here. Now, as you can see, our highlights are clipping a little bit. So if that's happening to your shot, all you gotta do is click Use Custom Max Output and just drag this up a little bit so that it gets rid of the clipping and the highlights. Do I ever miss Premiere Pro? You know, not really. You know, I think that's one of the biggest differences. Premiere Pro has layers, and Davinci Resolve has layers when you're editing. But once you switch to the color tab, there's nodes. It's not as hard to understand as most people think. Sure, it gets some getting used to, but once you really get it, it's really straightforward. Yeah. So we have converted our C-Log shot into Airy Log, kinda. So I'm gonna add another serial node by pressing Alt-S. And right here, I'm gonna add a LUT. And this LUT already comes with Davinci Resolve. It's in Film Looks, Kodak 2383D65 LUT. And boom. It's done. It's already done. That is so crazy. Let me just label those nodes so they don't get too confusing. Okay, so the reason why I had to add the Airy Log is because if I take it away here, you can see the shot is just, if you look at the scopes here, you can see our highlights, our clipping, and there's absolutely no details in the shadows whatsoever. But since I'm converting it to Airy Log, it's kind of bringing back all the details in the colors, in the highlights, in the shadows, just in the overall shot. And that's basically it. I've graded my shot using just 3 nodes and the color space transform. So to recap, convert your log footage to Rec 709 and convert that to Airy Log, and then just apply the LUT and boom. Now, I think there is a way you can do this in Premiere, but not natively. I think you have to use third-party plugins like Cinema Grade or Film Convert. But the thing is, they don't look as good as when you do it in Davinci Resolve. I mean, obviously, Davinci Resolve is the industry standard for color grading, so nothing really beats it. Do I ever see myself going back to Premiere? No. At least not anytime soon. Again, I just love color grading, and Davinci Resolve is way more advanced when it comes to that. So, I don't see myself going back to Premiere. Color grading is key to giving your videos a unique style and feel. The more time you spend practicing and learning about it, the faster you'll be able to develop your own unique style. And watching this video can help you do just that and get cinematic color. So if you want to learn more about color grading,